On to some breaking royal news now on the ongoing saga of Prince Harry's security, or lack of. Harry's set to arrive in the country today to promote the Invictus Games, and Meghan and and children Archie and Lilibet won't be with him as been originally planned after it was confirmed that the family would not be provided with taxpayer-funded police security. There they are. We actually did a poll online about this, and 72% of you said it was the right decision. Jane, where do you stand on this? Because there have been even more updates on this story today.
Well, it's so complex because it's actually a Home Office decision. And it's a decision that the King can't get involved in because you can't be sort of, overruling government decisions. And it's about how taxpayers' money is spent and whether the Metropolitan Police is a force that can be rented out to people. Because I think actually at some point Harry said, I will pay to have, and they said, well, I'm sorry, we're not that sort of service. So all that is quite complex, but it's so weird, isn't it? Because you think, if you just think about your own families or whatever, if you were living abroad, you just ring up and go, oh, hi, Dad, can I come and stay this, whatever? Yeah, sure, whatever. And there's this whole sort of weird protocol that goes on where Harry says, oh, I'm coming, and then somebody from the palace says, OK, we can accommodate you. Now they seem to be saying that he didn't officially sort of confirm before Saturday, and so now the room isn't available. Buckingham Palace has got 240 bedrooms.
They must have a little box room he can go in.
So it's just all a bit weird.
It's strange, and they said they need time to be able to staff it and to have all of that stuff, and it's just a little bit like...
Do they, though?
It's a room. I don't get it.
I know, but I think, though, they obviously do things differently, and my taking from it is that the royals travel all over the world all the time, and they go on all their press tours and everything, and you don't really hear that much drama surrounding it. But it seems whenever Harry is coming back into the country, there's this massive amount of drama, and they obviously have protocols that they follow to do with Buckingham Palace, and supposedly he had said he didn't want to stay there on Saturday and then changed his mind hours later, by which stage they changed stuff around and then they couldn't accommodate it anymore. But I just feel like just come back and...
Yeah, they've got 52 bedrooms for the royals and guests, and they've got 188 for staff.
Exactly.
And they've got 78 bathrooms.
But there's no room at the inn.
Exactly.
There's no room at the inn.
I actually feel, probably unpopular opinion, I feel sorry for him. Because it is always a drama, and we always assume that that's Harry making it a drama. And maybe in some respects it is, but I also think, I really feel that Harry has been the drama his whole life, because I think he feels he's never been a real part of it. And for me, I just think if Diana was still here, and I wish she was, I just don't think this would be happening with the boys and the family, and I don't think she'd let it happen. I understand him. It's all very well saying, well, he decided not to do royal duties and be royal, so he doesn't deserve protection or that. Yes, he does. Whether he does the duties or not, he's still part of the royal family.
But it's not just him being part of the royal family. He is the son of the king.
That's what I mean. He's the
and
son
I
of the
think
king.
it's not like a distant royal relative.
No.
He is the son of the king. And I think that perhaps that needs to be taken into account when we're talking about security and what have you.
And the issue here, isn't it, is that it's not just the security, because then I think the king or Harry himself would pay for it.
Yes.
It's that they can be armed.
Yes.
And maybe he's trying to point out exactly that, look, this is it. He's felt that they've never cared. They've never cared.
I mean, I think there's a lot of that in it.
Yeah.
I think he feels undervalued by his own
and
family.
always has, probably.
Yeah.
So I think it stems all the way back to childhood, and then he gets the blame for it all. I just feel a bit...
I would say that there is fighting, though, because, I mean, for me, family is everything, and I would never, ever come out and say something against my family, even if we were having problems at home. And I think the level at which he did that, things probably aren't harmonious there, and they probably don't really want to find the time to see him, because they probably aren't
But
that
if your
close
family
anymore.
were constantly getting all this amazing publicity, aren't they great? And William's great, and Kate's it's all marvellous, and you're constantly in the background and it isn't great, would there not be at some point of you, at some point, go, look, guys, it isn't great for me. It is.
I know, but I wouldn't come out with a book and absolutely.
But then there's also, but then you have family, and you know, I think everybody has at some point in time fallout with members of their family, but tends to be like one person who is the person that brings everybody back together again.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure perhaps that person isn't there. And, you know, I don't think the kids haven't seen the King since 2022. And I think it's really sad that those two kids don't have the full relationship that they should have with their grandfather. And I think it is a sad situation.
But I'm kind of with Vogue, because I just think what he said in that book, it wasn't just like, oh, my brother used to steal my jackets or something. It was, you know, accusing somebody in the family of being racist. And, I mean, there was a lot of, you know, in the Oprah Winfrey interview, it was a
Didn't
bombshell.
Diana give interviews back in the day and stuff as well, one-to-one interviews with broadcasters, one-on-one interviews where she perhaps at that point talked about things where at the time people said
But she didn't have royal protection.
Yeah, also true. Also
you know, the argument is that she would never have got into that car in the early hours of the morning with a driver who'd had a few too many whatever it was that he drank. And, you know, so...
It's all so complex, it really is.